I don't think people realize how lost you can feel after your dreams are just over. For me, my dreams is always football. I played football throughout my whole life: elementary, middle school, high school, college, graduated with my bachelor's in communications, graduated with my master's in leadership, but that was all because of football. My whole life was surrounded by making it to the next level after college. And when that didn't happen, I just felt stuck. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how I wanted to do things. I had to find a new passion. Being throughout that cycle of doing the same thing each and every year, having that discipline, having that structure of just doing the same thing each and every year, whether that's weightlifting, film sessions, working out, getting better at my craft, technique, everything. Like that's what I had. That's what I focused on every single day to become the best football player that I can be. But when all of that just crashed down and it was over, I graduated college and I had to figure out life after football. I never set myself up to where I would be good if football didn't work out, if that makes sense. I never had like a plan B, but I did find like other passions of mine. I found out that I love doing photography. I love making content, entertaining people, and just something like with social media. I always wanted to like open my own studio for photography and stuff. But just that uncertainty and that pressure to like you got to figure it out after football, it was just it kind of just like took a toll on me, and it felt like I had to figure something out. So it's not like I feel like I'm failing myself or not doing good enough. It's just that transition of figuring it out. And yeah, it's tough. For me, fortunately, I got to not go back to Cleveland, and Cleveland is where I'm from. Sorry, I had the opportunity to go elsewhere, to Texas, in my case, right after I graduated college. And my brother, he's in the Army. My sister's in the Navy. So I'm seeing their lifestyle and how they got like everything together and how their life is and what benefits they have and all of this. And it was like, okay, this is going to be like, if everything else fails, then I'll do this because I know that it's a good opportunity. So for me, I try to do the content creation. I tried to be as productive with it as I can be. I was door dashing. It was hard to find like a steady, good job in the place I was at. It's like a small city right outside of Austin, Texas, and finding jobs was just hard, even with the master's degree. Like it wasn't easy. So what I was doing, I was door dashing and doing what I wanted to do, which was content creation in some sort. So I just was trying to figure out ways of where I can be consistent and be like locked in every day. So I had to figure out like what was my purpose? What do I want to do? How will I achieve what I want to do by doing things now? So I start developing myself and my growth. I start reading every day. I start working out. I start going on runs. I start just doing like all of the small actions. I actually have like this board I follow, which it has right here: reading, journaling. I do my Duolingo, trying to learn another language, which is Spanish. I did like my push-ups, my sit-ups, meditating, read a Bible verse, and pray is my daily doings that I have to do every day. Not I have to do, but that I want to do for me to be the best version of myself that I can be. So these are the small actions that I take for me to be, like I just said, the best version of myself. Gym 3 times a week, run 2 times a week, Bible study with my friends, go to church. I have a word of the day. I have the definition of the word of the day. I have daily reminders. I have, just quotes for the day. I have all of this on my board that I really took pride in just so I can better myself and try to figure out what it is that I actually wanted to do. And during this time, I felt like what I actually wanted to do was build wealth for myself and my family. And how can I do that? What is the best route that I can take in doing that? Ironically, during this process, I had got back in touch with like a close friend of mine. We haven't like been talking much throughout the years, but we just end up like talking, and he was talking about drop shipping, and he told me everything I knew about that, and I was like bought in like very quickly. And for me, and the blueprint that he has, it's like there's no way you can't make any money. Like, you're not gonna lose money. So with me, I was like, okay, how can I tie all of this in together? And with everything that I want to do, which is photography, content creation, dropshipping, I can do all of this in one and share my journey with people. This is why I'm recording now, so I can share my journey, share my results, share everything that I'm going through with you guys, so that you guys can, just see it. And it's not only for you, it's for myself too, so I can see my personal growth and what I went through and what I want to become. It's just like I have a document. I can see how long it took me to get there, and how, just the progression, the downfalls, everything. So, yeah, he introduced me to dropshipping, and this was something I took very good interest in, and something that I can add to my what, how, why, like, as far as my future goes. So with this, tying all of these things together, I felt like the Air Force was my best route, because like I said, I can tie all of these things together. I can build my financing. I have a stable income. Now I'll be able to like confidently walk into banks and ask for a bigger credit limit. That way I can scale my dropshipping sites and businesses, because that whole blueprint, you just need capital. Like, so all of these different things that's tying into me being wealthy and taking care of my family and making sure they're good, it all like can work out if I just sacrifice 4 years of my life. I feel like that's how I look at it. Like, I sacrificed 4 years for my degrees and to become a good football player and eventually make it to the league. This is exactly how I look at it. Like, just for me to have a base and for me to have a set life and not be so stuck and confused and trying to figure it out and digging myself into deeper holes, trying to figure out ways to build my credit and be able to provide for, stuff that I want to provide for, and get the things that I want to be able to get, and not be under someone else's roof and have everything for myself. I feel like this is just a great way to do all of those things for myself. I can build a routine for myself and stay disciplined, just stay locked in on my true goals. I have stability, a plethora of opportunities and benefits that they provide for me. I get to travel, meet new people, and like I said, it all comes back to that structure of how I had when I was playing football throughout my whole life. I feel like I need something like that for me to feel accomplished or achieved, and just overall just like good about myself and the plans that I have for myself. So throughout this whole journey, I'm going to be, like I said, building a foundation, a structure. I feel like I will always have a base for myself. I won't ever feel stuck or be in a position where I need help from somebody. Not saying that it can't happen while I'm in the military, but I have better odds of that not happening. I can do everything for myself. I have all of these benefits that are being like brought to me, that I can take advantage of. That's the VA loan, TSP, uh, healthcare, dental care. I like everything that all of that would be paid for. If I get injured, that would be covered. Even after my contract, if I don't like want to do another contract, I have this on my resume now. Like, oh, you're a veteran. Uh, every job you apply for asks that for a reason, because you know what I'm saying, they get write-offs for that. That's a boost for you. That's a boost for me and what I want to do, if that's something I want to do after after my contract. For me, I want to build wealth, like I said. So I'm going to take advantage of the VA loan, try to get a duplex or triplex and rent out the other, not rooms, but apartment, other floors, whatever, however you want to say it, for other people. That way they will be like paying my mortgage while I'm living like rent free. I plan on getting married. I want to have kids. I want to build a family. This is everything that I want to do. And I feel like with the military, it can bring all of that together for me. And I don't know. I just feel like this is the best plan for me because it just feels right. It took me a minute. It took me a very long time to actually make a final decision as far as if I wanted to go or not. But after really like going over everything and planning everything in my head and thinking, I finally am confident and comfortable and ready to take on this next chapter of mine. And I feel like it's going to be an interesting one. For me, I am going to do 4 years. I signed a 4-year contract. I leave for BMT in 31 days. Yep, 31 days. I just looked at my board. I have like a countdown on my board. I leave for BMT, basic training, in 31 days. I'll be going to San Antonio, Texas. So I'm going back to Texas, ironically. And for my job is traffic management. My job is traffic management. I am going to be basically, how people described it to me was, you're basically like Amazon / FedEx, UPS type of vibe in a warehouse, shipping out cargo, making sure it goes to the right place. If people are like moving from another base to another base, then like they'll come through you, so you can make sure all of their belongings and stuff is taken care of and it's going to the right address and stuff like that. So that's how it was kind of described to me. So I feel like this is a great route for me and for how I look at my future and how I just look at life in general. Like I said, I get to meet new people from across the world, just kind of like the same situation that I had back when I was, in college. So I kind of feel like it would be like similar vibes, literally. But that's how I really look at it. Like, I signed a 4-year contract for Walsh University when I graduated, so I can play football. Now I'm signing a 4-year contract so I can set up my life and have a stable base and be prepared for the actual world. How I look at it is like, as a civilian, you're playing life on hard. Now, joining the military, I'm playing life on medium. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a better, percentage for me. That's how I think about it. Maybe this works out exactly how I planned, maybe it doesn't, but I am confident that my plan will work and that I will get everything that I need out of it. And I'm just ready, man. I have 31 days, so yeah, let's get this countdown going. Let's get it started. I always fear, I feel like the only thing I fear is uncertainty. I battle with uncertainty. And for this plan to almost guarantee certainty, I feel like I can't really pass that up because it can be a big impact on my future. Not saying that I can't do everything that I want to do with being a civilian, but I feel like I have better odds in doing what I want to do and tying everything together and benefiting off of this and benefiting off of that when I just bring the whole plan together. I'm not opposed to like being away from family. I did that as soon as I left for college. Even if it was an hour away, I was still away. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't around them every single day. Even for my graduate school, I was in Philly. My family's in Cleveland, so that's like 4 or 5 hours that I'm away from them. And so it's not like I'm opposed to being away from family. Like that brings a toll on me. Like I gotta be close to my family because I don't. Not saying that I won't miss them or be, in my feelings or like about them not being here or me not being there. I'll always miss my family and stuff, but I feel like there's a bigger picture ahead where I can eventually bring my family back together and we all be straight. So that's my goal. I feel like with me doing drop shipping, YouTube, photography, real estate, all of these things compact into one, it's just like I can't fail, bro. It's given to me. Like I have the opportunity to really take advantage of these things, and for me, I just can't just let that go by. So yeah, hope you guys really enjoyed this video. This is my why, this is my what, this is my how, this is my everything of why I'm joining the military. I hope you guys are with me throughout this journey. I really hope that you see the ups, the downs. I will document literally everything. I plan on doing this, and this is something that I've been wanting to do now that I found like my niche and what I actually want to present on my page, and like just not a bunch of random stuff. It actually have like a story where you guys will, you can connect to. And if you guys have any questions about the military, if you guys have anything that you want to ask me, just ask in the comments. I'll make sure to always try to reply the best way I can and be just there with you. You're there with me, I'm there with you. We're in this together. This is us. I'm trying to build this foundation. So like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching this video if you watched it this far. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.